Let's make a little smoked sausage and rabbit sauce piquant. First thing you want to do is brown your meat. Once the sausage comes out, we're going to put our rabbit down in there with sweet heat for your meat on it. While we let that brown, I'm going to take out my dry roux that I had stored. To make that, all you got to do is lay some flour on a sheet pan and bake it at about 400 degrees, stirring it every 20 minutes, about 3 or 4 times. And then you store it in a jar, and you can use it, mix it with oil, or you can use it without the oil. But I took about 3/4 of a cup of that, added some oil to it, and you have an instant roux. So once we get some good color on the bottom of the pot and we get all of our meat browned, it doesn't have to be cooked all the way through. You just remove it and put it on the side and start cooking your vegetables. Onion, celery, and bell pepper, and let them cook for about 30 minutes, and then add a little garlic. A little more sweet heat for your meat, and some 2 Gringos Chupacabra Artisan Blend, 1 can of tomato sauce, 1 can of diced tomatoes, and 1 can of crushed tomatoes. I sprinkled a little sugar in there. That's up to you whether you want sugar in it or not. We're going to mix up all of our roux that was already ready and just put it right down in the gravy. Let that cook together for a few minutes, and then add in almost a whole container of chicken broth, depending on how thick or thin you want your gravy. So I put about 3 cups of that. And then you're going to put all your meat back down in there and make sure it's all sunk into the gravy. At this point, I bring the fire back up, and then once it comes to a boil, put the lid on it and lower it, and then let it simmer on the stove for about 2 hours. We cooked some supreme rice in the back. Supreme rice is the only one that I'm going to use. We got some corn on the side, just however you like your corn. And that was supper, and it was delicious. And we also sent some plates to my parents who live a couple houses down. After that 3-hour mark, that rabbit was tender and ready to go. I'll also post the pot in the comments if you want to get you a pot similar to this. I'm a Walmart creator, and it helps me make a little bit of commission. And these pots really can't be beat. They're the only thing that compares to Magnolite is Magnaware and McWare. This is my McWare. Anyway, happy eating, y'all, and it's so good. Sauce bon.